We've just been up into, so yeah, we went to the Botanical Gardens, beautiful. If you haven't been there, then take a look at our video, it might encourage you to go. And then we tried to go to the market, which is on in, so yeah, it's a Saturday, they have a market on Saturday morning. But the place was packed, no room, no places to park, so we've made our way down to Port of Soller, and no problem parking here. There's quite a few people about, there's a few people on the beach, and we're just going to have a little walk along the front. So it's quite a few months since we were last here in the Port of Soller. I think it was probably November 2020 was the last time we were here. It was a beautiful day then, and there were a few people about, but it's very, very quiet. We've just arrived, and the car park was definitely a lot fuller. There were spaces, but a lot more people here. And we've just been looking around. So a few people on the beach. Just swing around. There's one here, but on that far side there, that beach's got quite a few people out on the beach, and quite a few people in the sea as well. And there's a few boats moored in the bay. It's actually a beautiful day today, temperature's perfect, mid-20s, and the forecast for tomorrow is hot. Could be as high as 28 degrees tomorrow. That will be a little bit warm. So we're going to just have a little walk along the front here and see what changes there are, what's open, what's not open. It is the Soller Orange Festival over the next few days, called Taronja. In Spain they make a fiesta out of anything, so Las Olas, which is the restaurant on that side, is part of the Taronja. They're going to be putting on a special menu over the next few days, and it features oranges and other citrus fruits. We're seeing here some tourists arriving. Something we're seeing much more of now. Lots of flights are going to be coming in over the next few weeks. I guess most of them are probably coming from Germany, where tourism is being promoted as being safe in Mallorca. And indeed it is safe, it's a very safe place. Particularly as far as the virus is concerned. And there's quite a few people here, and they certainly do look like tourists, so welcome to Mallorca. We're just coming up to just after 12 o'clock midday, and so the restaurants are really just setting themselves up. When we were here last time, I guess it was a similar sort of time, and a lot of the restaurants were, well, not a lot, a few of the restaurants were closed. Now it looks to me as though most of them are open. Next stretch of the beach we're coming to seems to have quite a few people, children splashing away in the water. Paddle boarders out. Surf shop. One thing that is being promoted in Spain is tourism for the elderly, I suppose, people who are retired from the mainland, are being encouraged to take up holidays here in Mallorca at what appears to be a very reasonable price, and they get the hotel and flights over to Mallorca. Spanish government have done that in the past, and they've encouraged people to come here from the mainland and retired. We just spotted another restaurant.
The tapas here.
Looks good.
Let's go there.
Yeah. And so yes, we've had in the past we've had lots of, usually in the winter time, we've had a lot of pensioners coming over from the mainland. That started to fall off in recent years, but that's now seen as a way of promoting some of the tourism over here in Mallorca. Something like 200 hotels are going to be opening in the next few weeks. Noticed in Palmanova and Magaluf, hotels are starting to open. They're not expecting any British tourists, so they're going to concentrate on local people, hoping to attract some of those, and the French and German tourists who are free to come. We're still waiting on news of whether the UK is going to be put onto the green list, and that news wasn't looking too promising when Boris Johnson went on to talk about the new variant that's coming from India. Somebody going for a swim over there. And it actually does feel as though it'd be quite nice to get in that water. It's feeling a bit warm walking along. It's definitely t-shirt and shorts weather. Touristy gift shops are open, petite cafes open. It's looking so it's getting back to normal. There's a big hotel on this side called the Eden. A big SOS, save our summer. Guessing that's not open, but the parasols are out, the beds are out, some social distancing protocols that need to be followed, cleaning. What we expect the beaches to be like. We're just walking along the tram lines, and the trams have been running. They were certainly running in November when we were last here. I haven't seen any yet today, but they were running. But the train has been suspended for quite a while now. It's not run all through the winter. I'm not even sure whether it was running last summer, and they were doing some necessary work. But the latest is that the train which leaves from Plaza España in the middle of Palma is due to restart on June the 1st. So that's a great way to visit Sóller. That takes you to the town of Sóller, and then if you want to come down to the port of Sóller, which is where we are now, you need to get this tram. If you've seen the trams in San Francisco, it's one exactly like those, and it runs fairly regularly under normal conditions. But as I say, I've not seen one yet. If one passes by, I'll be sure to let you know. It's the Fergus Hotel. And Fergus Hotel in Palma Nova is open. Fergus Hotel in Soyer is not open yet. Today's the 15th. Oh, and here is Soyer train, well, the tram. So that's a great fun way to come down from the town of Soyer to Port of Soyer. I suggest that you take it, particularly in the summer, because it's quite a long walk, and in the summer it will be very hot. So that's a really nice way. It takes you through where the oranges are growing. It's a really pretty journey down. Boat trips, so you can charter a boat, go out on a trip. That's looking pretty exciting, and one that I would quite like to do. I can see one of the trips over there is the Torrente de Paris, which is somewhere I'm going to have to take you to. The Torrente de Paris is a valley that runs down to the sea, but it's really spectacular, and the drive down is also one of the most amazing drives in Mallorca, if not the most amazing drive in Mallorca, possibly in Spain, Europe, and well, that's the whole wide world. It is a great drive down, and I'm looking forward to putting the camera on the top of my car and driving down and doing a 360 video going down there. So I'm videoing this in 360 as well, so if you're into that sort of thing and you want to have a good look around, 360 is the way to do it. You have control of what you look at on the 360 videos. You don't have to look at where I'm pointing the camera. You can move the scene around and look in front, to the sides, behind you. You can even look up at the sky or down at the floor, wherever it takes your fancy. So that's the 360 view. That's on a different YouTube channel though. The YouTube channel for that's got the same name, Steve and Danita in Mallorca, where I've put a 360 VR at the beginning of it. So it's 360 VR and then Steve and Danita in Mallorca, and that will give you whatever you want to look at. The choice will be yours. Last time we came here, we chose one of these restaurants for lunch, and it was really good. And it is early yet, so people just having drinks at the moment. Maybe we'll have a look to see if there's one of these that takes our fancy today. Anita's gonna choose a restaurant for us. Yeah, you like the look of this one? So we settled for the Albatross restaurant here in Port of Soyer. It's a different one from the one we went to last year, and we've chosen some tapas. So we're gonna have a few different things to try today. And there's a wasp that's after me. Whoops. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. So we chose tapas, and this is patatas bravas, so like chips type things with some patatas bravas sauce. It's a bit picante, a bit spicy. We've got some croquetas. I think these are mixed, so we've got different types. Pimientos de padrón. If you haven't had those, it's something worth a try. And I have made a video of how to cook them, because you can get them in England now. And some albondigas, some meatballs. So this is our lunch today, a typical set of tapas. So, bon profit. Well, we just had a lovely tapas lunch at the Albatross there. Very friendly staff. And then we popped across the road and bought some gifts, and Anita's had a new parasol. So.
Isn't it lovely? I love it. Everybody's looking at me and thinking, oh, where'd you get that parasol?
So we're going to head back. The temperature's really getting quite warm now. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I imagine it's getting into the high 20s. Pleasant, warm would be my description. Some restaurants not open, surprising. There's one right by the boats with a big terrace which you think would be open. They're not yet. Those that are open seem to be doing quite good business. It is a Saturday, so you've got to take that into consideration. And maybe if we were here on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, it might be a little bit different. There's one of the trams.
Statues here.
Some sculptures you've seen before. Made from granite. 2 different types of granite. These are from 2008. Diego Villa Mediana. And then the 2 here are the Dreamers. And that's in English. The other interesting sculptures here, one iron and granite. We've got the insects over here.
Take the bull by the horns. Might not actually be a bull. Is it a bull?
Interesting. And here we've got a little bit of history. Weighted wheels. They do still move. Walk past the beach, which is still got quite a lot of people, even though it's lunchtime. I think people have gone to the restaurants. As I said earlier, it is the fiesta for the oranges here in Soyer. And also Port of Soyer. So people will go to the restaurants for the special meals that they're offering as well. We opted for tapas today and really enjoyed it. We just found ourselves another shop. I think I'll carry on walking. We don't come to Soyer very often, but when we do, we're always amazed at its beauty. And hopefully they will end up with a summer. Football teams arrived. We entered a draw yesterday to go and see the first live football match for over a year. Real Mallorca playing Albatross tomorrow night, Sunday night, and it's a real crunch match. We need to win to get to La Liga. We haven't heard anything about whether we've got tickets or not. It was going to go into a draw, number goes into a draw, and they said after 12 o'clock on Saturday they'd be letting us know if we'd got a ticket. And we've heard nothing, so maybe we haven't got a ticket. That would be disappointing, but you should still be able to watch it on YouTube, put that on the TV, on the La Liga Smart Bank YouTube channel. So here's Anita. Did you manage to find anything?
I didn't have a chance to go in.
Restaurants on the side there looking very busy. And some of these will be participating in the Karunja, the Orange Festival, but some of them will just be offering their normal menus, whatever they offer on a Saturday. There's quite a few people in the sea today. I'll have to find my swimming trunks buried in the bottom of a drawer somewhere. Interesting, you see tourists here, and they don't realise that you're supposed to be wearing a face mask on the pavement here. Okay, on the beach, things are well separated, but the rules at the moment, if you're wandering around not on the beach, then you should be wearing a face mask. And that rule may be with us for some time yet. Not seen anything where they're talking of relaxing it. They're talking about schools here continuing to wear them for some time yet. I hear that in the UK from Monday the 17th of May they're talking about dropping the face mask. Generally, as you see, most people are pretty good about obeying the rules. And certainly not here, but in places like Palmanova, the police do stop and do fine people. And I read in the paper this morning that there's going to be a lot of extra police and civil protection officers on duty in Palma, just to make sure that all the rules and regulations are being adhered to. As today is the first Saturday when bars and restaurants are being allowed to open throughout the day, so they don't have to close at 5 p.m. They can stay open until 10:30 this evening. People seem to think that's an imposition. I'm sure when I lived in England, 10:30 was drinking up time anyway. Last orders, ding ding. People seem to have forgotten things like that, especially when they come on to Mallorca. I've lost Anita. I think she's struggling. I'll take her bag off her. Can you give me a bag? A nice breeze has just picked up there, cool us down. And you can see the bay of Soyer is almost completely encircled. There's only that little gap for the boats to come in and out of, and therefore the waves to come in through. So it is a very well protected area for the boats to come in more, and so we don't usually get much in the way of waves on these beaches. You've got to be pretty lucky because the waves have to be coming from specifically from the right direction. Esplendido. It's 4-star hotel, bistro. And just like everywhere else we've been to in Mallorca, the water is very clear, very clean. Just coming to the end for us of the promenade, because we're near to the car park, and we will be heading off home. Time for a siesta, that great Spanish institution. A little nap in the afternoon before we go out this evening. And this evening we're going to try a brand new restaurant in Palma Nova. We're going to try Siso. Went to Barbuda Beach in the week. That was really good. And hoping that Siso is just the same. It's certainly got the appearance, and the staff are very friendly, so we're hoping for great things there tonight. I'm just noticing that the light's on for amber for the ultraviolet today, so the sun is actually coming through a little bit more powerfully than it has been recently. Well, we've had a lovely walk along the front here in Puerto de Soller. We had a lovely lunch, tapas this time, but really good. And we're going to make our way back home now. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell, and you'll get notified of any new videos that we put up onto YouTube. Share this with your friends and give us a thumbs up. And we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.
I've had a lovely new parasol, so I'm happy. Bye everybody.
Bye.